introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name Element CB3 from South Florida, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Palm Beach County, you know. Started out in Boynton, went to Riviera, ended up in West Palm Beach, you feel me?
How long you been doing your thing?
I've been doing my thing for about 15 years, 10 years.
And how'd you get started?
I got started through just freestyling at first, and then started writing, freestyling at work with my homeboys at the Palm Beach Post. I knew a homeboy named Kel Price. I call him 6'6". He got me into freestyling and writing. And then from there on, we ended up in his studio and recorded one night. And then he ended up moving to Virginia. So my boys in the hood told me they recording off an MP3 player. This was my homeboys, Young Ramos and Trigger. And I was like, okay, so that's what I want to do.
Who's some of the people you worked with?
I worked with Kel Price, which I call him 6'6". I worked with Young Ramos, Trigger, you know what I'm saying? And then myself, basically.
What makes you stand out from other artists?
Stand out from other artists through the way I rap and how I think. I'm a deep thinker, you know what I'm saying? I want to touch every subject, you know what I'm saying? And hood streets hot, cops up, down, left and right. This shit too bright when they flashing their lights. Too many of losing their lives much too early. Quick to bust a gun as they far from scurry. Crackers get cut like charges, that's a fact. Fuck the justice system, we always get matched. Black or white, male or female, we should all get the same. Fuck the law and all they false ass claims. Hard life to live, family out trying to survive. We born street life, we all out trying to survive.
How would you describe your style, Takeoff rapping?
I describe it just like I did, you know what I'm saying? Just like I did, took off.
You grew up listening that influenced you in music.
I grew up listening to Pac and Hot Boys. Pac influenced me a lot. How free he was spitting, you know what I'm saying? And he always said what the people needed to hear, and that's what kind of rapper I want to be. Lil Wayne inspired me that you can say anything the fuck you want to say on these beats, and that's what influenced me about Wayne. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want and how you feel, and that's what made me get into music and rapping.
What are some of the projects you worked on, and what did you learn from them in the past?
Some of the projects I worked on the first mixtape called The Warm Up by Nights to the Cash. We recorded that in like 2009, 10. We got done in 2010. And then I got locked up in 2011, and we ain't release it. So we released it in 2012. And then we started recording the second mixtape in 2012 and 13 called Nights to the Cash. You know what I'm saying? And after we got done with that mixtape, we released it. So we just started releasing mixtapes after 2011, and I learned a great deal from them. All we're gonna do is just get better and better. The more we do, the better we gonna get. And I'm learning a lot from them, and I'm never gonna stop learning.
All right. And what's next for you? What do you want in the music game?
What I want in the music game is our brand out there. We making money all together. Us, me and my crew, you know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to do. We trying to build our own empire, you know what I'm saying? Straight like that from downtown West Palm Beach. A small group from downtown West Palm Beach trying to get this empire running. Nights to the Cash.
What advice would you give to a rapper that's just getting started?
I give a rapper just getting started, like, don't stop, never stop. No matter how long it takes, never stop. Do what you love. If you feel in your heart and your mind you need to do music, do music. You know, no matter how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? If you love it, you're gonna keep doing it regardless. And if you can't get nobody to help you, do it yourself. Get it done yourself. Don't let nobody stop you. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is the downside of the hip hop game?
Downside of the hip hop game is the way some of these songs out here trying to destroy the youth of the ghettos by their sayings and their words, thinking that it's cool to to sell and stuff like that, and to do violence amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And thinking it's cool to do drugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't perfect, but dang, you know what I'm saying? And that's about it. About the downside, just a message, man. There got to be more of a positive message to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying anything on the record.
What's it like doing music down here in South Florida?
I like it, man. This is my home. I was born and raised in at Good Samaritan Hospital, so everybody know where that's at in Palm Beach County. You know what I'm saying? So I love everything about it. We got good weather all year long. You know what I'm saying? All my family and friends are here. You know what I'm saying? All my homies are here. And I just like the style of the South Florida. South Florida taking over anyways, taking over the game anyways, and I'm going to be here to stay, you know.
Tell us a little bit about studio life.
Studio life is fun, man. We get loose in there. We get lit in the studio, you know what I'm saying? That's how you can tell from some of our songs, all of our songs. Basically, I was lit through all of them. I was either smoking or drinking through all of them. The first, second, third mixtape, smoking and drinking through all of them, you know what I'm saying? And I produce half of it, you know. I'm not a one-man band, you know what I'm saying? I get help from in this studio, you know what I'm saying? And so shout out to Supernova. He helps out a great deal, you know what I'm saying, with the studio. And Big James from Big Block, you know what I'm saying? Psycho from Split Block, SMR, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they help out with the beats.
Is there anything else you want to share with the people? Any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out Nights Through the Cash, you know what I'm saying, especially. I want to shout out to Ricky Brolin, you know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to Supernova, you know, Young Ramos, Uno, DJ B, you know what I'm saying? CB4, you know? Damn, I don't want to miss nobody, you know what I'm saying? Damn, who else I want to shout out to, man? There's a lot of people I want to shout out to. Big Block, you know what I'm saying? Good to go, you know what I'm saying? Who else, man? Dang, man, I don't want to be missing nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? Me, Jay. I already said Young Ramos, right? You know what I'm saying? Who else I want to shout out to? You know what I'm saying? All of South Florida, all of my homies in the hood off of Terman Avenue, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was raised at, you know? You know, Boynton, Rivera, you know what I'm saying? All the South Florida I want to shout out to. All of South Florida, I've been all over this state right here.
What does street credit mean to you?
Street credit mean to me? I just want respect. If I respect you, respect me. That's what street credit mean. And where I'm from, they already know me, so they know I'm a straight up guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to I ain't with no BS around here. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight up 100 with people, and they straight up 100 with me. So I'm good with street credit in the South, and I think I'll be good with street credit anywhere. Because if somebody really take the time to get to know me, they know I'm a down to earth guy, and I'm an understanding guy, and I listen before anything, and accept it before making a rash decision about it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Your name?
Yeah, shout out to South Florida again, you know what I'm saying? And my crew. I love y'all. I love all of South Florida, you know. And I love the whole East Side. I'll be representing the whole East Side, the football games, the football teams, the basketball teams, you know what I'm saying? The soccer teams. I just represent the East Side, you know what I'm saying? I would love to always go to the West Side. I would love to go to the West, you know, California and all, them Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't been there yet, but I've been to all the East Side, you know what I'm saying? I would like to go to Canada one day, check that out, you know. Just Element, Shoot the Cash.
In a place downtown Palm Beach, you do, so they should see how hard it is to live in the zoo. Batman to the rescue, and Jack was a joker. Jack made it rain, and Keaton tried to poker. Then he returned with the bird and the cat, trying to get pussy like the bird in the hat. Then twins came out, one big, one small. Blood thick of water, you can't let fan fall.